In this video, I'll be discussing the elements of camera work in which I either designed or did myself, or that me and my partner conducted with each other. So the first shot that I'm going to talk about is the beginning pan shot of the houses. I took this on the camera and I used my hands. I had it on handheld, and I did a swift pan of both houses, which we later went into editing and slowed down just to make it look a little bit more prominent among the rest of the videos. The next shot I'm going to talk about is the shot taken in the car. For this, me and my partner decided to actually not have it handheld, the camera handheld. We placed it on the dashboard of the car and left it there. This gave it a real sort of naturalistic tone, as if we were filming from outside of the car. We would have been unable to hear the actors, but also it wouldn't have been realistic. This is also a mid shot that's almost just below eye level at a lower angle, making the people at the front seem larger than the person at the back, who's also in darkness. I took this shot in the front of the car, and it's just the front mirror, and it shows a reflection of the actress as she looks up. It's a close-up of an object, but also kind of the faces in the distance, so it's got both of those elements, and I think it works really well. The next shot is an overhead shot of a bottle spinning. This aerial view just kind of cuts out all the actors and focuses on the bottle, showing that shattering of glass will play a big element in this film. The next shot I'm going to talk about is when we have the actress Sydney and she's dropping a glass. This is taken at a canted low angle to show things are not what they seem and things are going to go wrong, but also she feels like she had the power before, but now with a supernatural source coming in, she's going to be feeling like something's watching her, almost like below her. As Sydney reacts to the cut on her hand, I pan up the camera. It just kind of just shows the wound while also showing her facial expressions. For the shot of the chandelier moving, I put myself at a low angle and tilted the camera upward to show the significance of this object and also give a supernatural vibe. Through this whole scene, we have a shot reverse shot of the object vinyl player and the actress Sumaya. We get closer to the vinyl while also getting closer to Sumaya's face, to showing the fear in her of the object and how sinister a simple everyday object can be. I think the extreme close-up of Sumaya's face shows the character's vulnerability and fright very well. This is why I chose to use this shot. I think it just explores all those emotions and shows them to the audience. The shot of the person walking across the hallway was done with very little lighting, and this created really good silhouettes. It's also a wide shot, so there's a lot of just blank space, and showing that the main objective was that this figure would stand out the most. We again have an overhead shot, or an aerial shot, if you will, of hands as the actress Anmol turns them around and sees the scars. This, I chose to use a shot because the hands against the white sheets have this really deep contrast, and it just shows the importance of this action. And although it doesn't show the face of the actress, you can get a real deep sense of what she's seeing, because it's almost an eyeline match, as it's like what she would be seeing if she woke up and saw the scratches. This shot shows the camera as it kind of travels up the body of Anmol, showing that the most significant object is the bloodied knife. With the action sequence beginning to happen here, I shot this part of Sydney coming down the stairs. She's like at a higher point and there's lights behind her, and the camera's handheld and it's shaking quite a bit to show the building of suspense. This shot was taken at an extreme low angle. I actually placed the camera on the ground and got down to ground level to shoot this part, and I think it just shows how vulnerable the girls are feeling at this point. They have no hope and they're just running away from the things that haunt them. The next shot is an over-the-shoulder shot of the girl as she opens the book. This shows the significance of the object, but also as if something is looming over her. We again go back to this pan shot, and there's actually two pan shots used, and it's almost as if the scenes are travelling through each other. I did this just so it shows how the character that Sydney is playing feels really vulnerable, and every day just travels into the next because she feels so scared. With this shot of Sydney under the stairs, as it pans, it also moves in, and this is all a handheld camera that I was holding, and I had to really steady my hands so the camera could get really close to her face without it shaking. This really captures her emotions and her deep-seated fright for the paranormal activity around her. For the last couple of shots of the monster in the mirror, I decided to shoot this quite a couple of times, but went with this one clip, and as Sydney's screaming, I keep at one level of distance, but when we went to editing, we decided that it would be best to get closer and closer as we received feedback that this would be more impactful. I really like this shot. I think it reflects back to the other reflection shot at the beginning with the car, so I think that has a really good linkage to the beginning and the end.